Welcome back, Kaiju fans, and today we got the first trailer for the sequel to Godzilla Planet of the Monsters. Translated, I think officially, this is the final version, is Godzilla City on the Edge of Battle. Godzilla Anime 2, basically. And this is kind of just going to be my freeform review slash thoughts of the trailer, what I think about the film so far, based off of what we've been shown. And the trailer had a lot of content from the first movie to lead into it, which is fine. I mean, it gives some explanation as to what's happening. Obviously, not having any subtitles or translations quite yet makes it difficult to understand what's going on in the trailer, but we can still derive what's going on based off of the visual imagery. Haruo and his crew, they've discovered the tribe of ancient humans still living on Earth. They've been living underground in a city or base, bunker base, military base, whatever it is. It's probably a city on the edge of battle. That has been transformed into a shrine honoring their god, which is essentially Mechagodzilla, and the creation of nanometal, which is the creation that the Blisaladu alien race brought and constructed Mecha-G with, and that's kind of like their foundation of their religion that we know so far. And it looks like that basically the gang from the first film is reuniting, or not reuniting, but basically collaborating with the tribe to basically use this old pre-Exodus, that's what I call it, pre-Exodus technology of the nanometal and Mechagodzilla tech. Now that the story elements are kind of like explained, what do I actually think from what we've seen? The action involving Godzilla looks really awesome. Godzilla looks super powerful, super scary, overpowered as all hell, which is what I would expect and what I want from this version of Godzilla, being the oldest, biggest, most powerful rendition so far. We see him using a lot of chain lightning effects around his body, the abilities that he's demonstrated in the first film, and something we didn't actually see Godzilla Earth do in the first film, which was use a standard atomic breath. We actually get to see him do that in the trailers for this, that not just the tail sweep or like the airburst out of the mouth. So that's awesome. That's all good there. What I'm not liking so far that I've seen from what they've shown us in the trailer is this movie literally looks exactly like the first one does. And I don't mean like it's animated the same way, blah blah blah. No, it has nothing to do with like it visually, but story-wise, it looks exactly the same as the first one. It was all scenes of small one-man flying mechs flying around Godzilla repeatedly and shooting him. And that's literally all the first movie was until, I don't know, the last 15 minutes, was just small one-man mechs flying around Godzilla shooting him. That was cool for one movie, but please, for the love of Godzilla, do not let that be the only thing that happens in this film, like the first film, fighting Godzilla-wise, because I don't think I can handle that, because it wouldn't be a different movie. Sure, the characters start in a different place, but they're gonna fight Godzilla the exact same way. No different. Sure, they're not in a bike mech anymore. They created a new mech. I think it was called the Vulture or the Vulcan. I'm pretty sure it was the Vulture. And it's just a one-man bird thing based off Mechagodzilla tech. And they're using that to fly around Godzilla and shoot him, so. Please just don't let that be the only thing that this film is based off of, is them using those flying around. And the other thing that kind of like bummed me out about the trailer is there was no Mechagodzilla tease whatsoever. The only imagery of Mechagodzilla we see in this trailer is due to the flashback slash intro part of the trailer, which is content from the first film. All of the images that we saw of Mechagodzilla in the first film, which were, I don't know, a couple of him pre-destruction. That's all we see in this trailer. We don't even get like a tease that he's actually going to be activated in this movie. Nothing. Zero Mechagodzilla content whatsoever. And that's all that I want right now is that to happen, because that would make this movie different from the first one, because Mechagodzilla is not just going to be a small mech flying around Godzilla shooting at him with bullets until, I don't know, whatever happens. So I really hope that they're just withholding that, and then maybe a different trailer will build up the hype, or they'll leave that as like a surprise in the film when Mechagodzilla gets activated. But you can't drop that poster that they did with Mechagodzilla looming in the background, activated, eyes glowing, looking over Godzilla, and then not have any kind of tease whatsoever for the first trailer when it drops. Like, that's so weird, and I'm worried because I want to see some of that, and that's really something that Toho knows would get the hype going for this movie. That would get the interest going. Oh, hello, Blur. There we go. But instead, all we get is action of the Vulture flying around shooting Godzilla, which is basically all the first movie was. And then we get some more like symbolism of like the ancient people's culture. There's the twin girls, which one of them is the one that saved Haruo at the end of the first film from when Godzilla Earth woke up and just destroyed everything. There's two of them, they're twins. I saw a lot of people pointing to, oh, maybe it's some kind of like Mothra culture, because the synopsis mentions something about like eggs. We'll have to wait and see. They could just be, this could be a new spin on things where twins, psychic twins, have a connection to Mechagodzilla for the first time. That would be interesting. And the eggs are probably more or less a metaphor for the nanometal tech and pods that Mechagodzilla is surrounded by, and the factory that they're in, that they're going to use to manufacture the Vulcans and whatever, or Vultures. I don't know. I should have reread the thing before I started recording this, but too late now. Haha, winging it. So, I don't know. I liked the trailer. I did like the trailer. It was a good trailer. It just didn't get me as excited as I want to be, because I really want to see Mechagodzilla in action in this movie, because I feel like that's what they've been setting up with the first movie, the way that it ended, and then this civilization literally built around worshiping Mechagodzilla. You're gonna put all that effort into hyping on Mechagodzilla and then not even give us an actual tease for it? Toho and Polygon, God, I hope you know what you're doing, because I just want to see my boy Mecha G. I can't handle another disappointment with the Kiryu and RP1 fiasco where the source material wasn't used and we were let down with not getting Kiryu. So please, at least put Mechagodzilla in this film as something new and original. Please. Please. I'm just worried. I know I shouldn't be, but I am. But other than that, I mean, Godzilla looks awesome. His abilities look awesome. The Vulture thing looks kind of cool. I'm sure they'll make a Bandai figure out of the Vulture, and we'll have it paired with the Servum as the two mini things. We should have a Godzilla vinyl, a Servum vinyl, a Vulture vinyl, and then a Mechagodzilla vinyl, and have that kind of like as the collection of, you know, the monsters from this movie. So, please put Mechagodzilla in this film, unless they're saving him for the final film in the trilogy, the third movie, whatever it's gonna be, unless this movie is basically the reconstruction of Mechagodzilla, and then the final film is the actual usage. So, film 1, introduction and discovery. Film 2, restoration and rebuilding. Film 3, usage. All right. I mean, technically, they're not films; they're parts in a series. So I don't know. The trailer was alright though. I liked it. It just wasn't as, like, you know, oh my god, crazy as I want it to be. I think it's a better trailer than the trailer for the first anime film, which was like really odd for the way the movie was set up in the end. But this one looks good. And it looks like there's only one Godzilla. It doesn't look like any more Godzilla affiliates are popping up, so that's probably something we can derive from that. But that's gonna be it for this kind of, like, you know, brief reaction, thoughts, review of the City on the Edge of Battle trailer that we got today. Let me know what you guys thought about the trailer if you watched it yet. If you think it looks like what you think is going to be going on in the movie, if you think we're going to get Mechagodzilla, if the vultures are going to be the main thing, if it looks too much like the first film in your opinion like it does mine. Just let me know what you think about the trailer. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. I appreciate it a lot. As always, liking, commenting, and sharing really helps out my channel. And make sure you're subscribed if you want to stay up to date on the latest kaiju news and crisp reviews.